Hey, boys and girls, happy Thursday. I just wanted to say good morning or good afternoon whenever you're logging on to complete your assignments. I also wanted to thank you all for all the sweet notes and videos. We are feeling very appreciated. We're also feeling appreciated when you complete your assignments and you're doing your very best. So, thank you to those of you that are logging on every day, doing your best, showing us your work, and going above and beyond. You're also taking an active role in your learning and you are preparing yourself for middle school. So we are very happy to those of you that are doing all that. We had a fraction question yesterday, and I wanted to go over one of the questions that was commonly missed and give you some strategies. And then I have another question that I'd like to go over to kind of help you for today's lesson. So we're going to read the I can statement together. And of course, I want you to read it with me. All right, let's go. I can interpret a fraction as division of the numerator by the denominator. And we had some questions just like this yesterday. So let's kind of go over, think about what the question's asking. A teacher had 74 packages of paper. She wanted to split evenly into 7 piles. How much should be in each pile? So I need to ask myself a couple questions. Do I have the total or do I need the total? Well, considering that it says a teacher had 74 packages of paper she wanted to split evenly, I know that I already have the total. So you guys know that I have been highlighting important information for you all week, and I continue to see some of you guys doing that as well. And I would love for you guys to continue to highlight to let me know what you feel like is important. So 74 packages is my total, and I'm going to split that into 7 piles, which is going to be my divisor or the groups that I'm going to divide that into. And then the question that's being asked is how much should be in each pile? So that is my question. So now I am ready to solve. So I know that I have the total, which is 74 packages of paper. This is my total, or it also can be called your dividend. This is the whole amount, the total that I have. So again, this should be bigger than my answer. Anytime I'm dividing, my answer should be smaller than what I started with. So I'm going to divide that by 7 because that's how many piles I want to create, and that is also called my divisor. So now I'm going to just walk through my division steps. I'm going to ask myself, will 7 go into 7? And it does evenly one time. 1 times 7 is 7. There's nothing left over. So now I'm going to bring down that 4. And 4 will not go into 7, so I'm going to say it goes in 0 times. And 0 times 7 is 0. So I'm left with 4 as my remainder. Now, because I'm going to need to know how much will go in each pile, should not have any left over, I'm going to write it as a fraction, which means that for each pile, I should have 10 packages of paper in each pile, and then 4/7 of another package in that pile, which means that I would have a total of 10 and 4/7 packages in 7 piles to give me a total of 74 packages of paper. So again, we noticed that my total was 74. When I divided, my answer was smaller than what I started with, so that's why I'm left with 10 and 4/7. I wanted to go over one more problem that you guys had yesterday. It's still the same I can statement, but this time we are going to have a couple different questions in the one. So give me a second to erase from the first one, and then we can go over the second problem. Okay, so problem number 2, it says a pet store, let's bring this up just a minute. Okay, a pet store had 3 cats. If they wanted to split 19 ounces of cat food amongst them, how much should each cat get? Between what 2 whole numbers does your answer lie? Now, we're going to ask ourselves, what is the total or what's being divided here? We know that we're going to divide because it's asking me to split up the food. I do not want to split up my cats. We never want to divide people or animals. So I know that my divisor or my total is going to be 19. I have a total of 19 ounces of food that I'm going to share. I'm going to share that with 3 cats. So that would be my divisor, or the group that I'm going to divide into. So now it's asking me how much should each cat get. So I'm simply going to divide using my division rules. 3 will not go into 1, so I can put a 0 here just to help you out. And then 0 times 3 is 0, which means if I subtract, I would still have 1 left over, and I would have to bring down that 9. So we're essentially back at the same point we were at. 3 will go into 19, however, and that will go in 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. And when I subtract, I have 1 left over. So I'm going to write this again as a fraction because cats can have a fraction of food. So that would be 6 ounces and then 1/3 of another ounce. So each cat would receive 6 1/3 ounces of cat food. And just real quick, I'm going to show you how you can check your answer to make sure that it's correct. You can simply just turn this back into an improper fraction or a fraction greater than 1. So to do that, I'm going to do the backwards C, and I would multiply my denominator times my whole number. So 3 times 6 is 18, and then I would have to add the whole number to my 18. So 18 plus 1 would be 19, and then I would have my denominator would stay the same. Sorry, guys, I couldn't get that out. And so my answer would be 19/3, which, if you notice, is what I divided 19 divided by 3 by. Remember, this division sign is another way to say for the fraction bar. So the fraction bar means to divide. So I'm literally dividing 19 ounces of cat food by 3 cats. So either way, you can kind of check your answer here. I'm not done though, because I have one more question in this problem. It asks me between what 2 whole numbers does your answer lie? It's easier to look at a mixed number to determine the whole numbers it is between. I know that I have a 6 right here, which means that this is going to be between 6 and 7. So 6 1/3 is between 6 and 7 as whole numbers. And if you think about it, we can use a number line. Let's see if I can give some more space here. I'm going to draw you a picture of a number line real quick, just so you can kind of understand what I'm saying here. So if I had 6 1/3, I'm going to partition my line into thirds. So here I would have 6, and then my whole number would be, the next whole number would be 7. And I can kind of partition this into thirds, and this is not perfect, but this would be where 6 1/3 would be. This would be where 6 2/3 would be. And then this would be 6 3/3 or 7, because 6 3/3 would be the same as 7. So as you can see, if I had 6 1/3, that is between 6 and 7. So I hope this helps a little bit for today. I hope you guys enjoy some of the sunshine yesterday, and I hope you guys are continuing to go outside, have fun. You're reading, you're working on your math facts. Please let me know if you need any help, guys. I'm going to set up a Zoom meeting soon to kind of help some of you go over some things that maybe you need help with. But overall, I hope you guys are doing well. We miss you and we love you. Have a great day, Red Hawks.